Here is a heartwarming tale of a little kitten who was so poor he had to make do with a cardboard box as his home. But he never gave up hope and worked his way out of poverty to earn enough money to buy a luxury car. Once upon a time, deep in the heart of a huge city, there was a tiny kitten named Tochi. He was scrawny and didn't have a place to call home. They played with their toys all day, drank milk from silver bowls, and slept in warm beds. They laughed at the poor kitten living in a cardboard box and made fun of him for not having a real house. "I wish I could buy a new car with all the money I'll earn," said the little kitten, sadly. But when he got there, he saw a pair of old shoes and thought, "I can use these boxes to make myself a bigger and better house." He bought the shoes and took them to the landfill. "What happened to your leg?" he asked. "I stepped on a nail and now I can't walk properly," the dog replied. "I need some money for an operation to remove the nail from my leg." "Don't worry," said the kitten. "I'll help you." He took the dog to the vet and paid for his treatment with his savings. Even though the work was hard, the kitten didn't complain. He knew that if he worked hard, he would be able to buy the car he dreamed of. And at the end of each day, he counted the coins he earned and put them in his piggy bank. Using some leftover paint, he made windows and a door. But he didn't just have coins. Some kind people who saw him working gave him some bills. He knew that with hard work and perseverance, anything is possible. He stretched his tired limbs and took a deep breath. He felt free and happy. He had finally achieved his dream. He drove past the landfill where he used to live and saw his shoe house, but he didn't stop. He had come a long way since he was a small, hungry kitten living in a cardboard box. And do we forget to share this heartwarming story with your family and friends so they can also be inspired by this extraordinary adventure? Now, he was a rich and respected member of society. He was eager to start his new life. "Keep up the good work, little guy," they told him. "With your dedication, you'll be able to buy whatever you want." And realized that although he now owned a luxury car, he wasn't truly happy. He missed his simple life when he had nothing and was always searching for food. At least now he knew that wherever he went, he would have a roof over his head and a full belly. The kitten thanked them and promised to keep working hard. Then he cut a hole in the side of one of the boxes and made a small bed for himself, put on his best shirt, took his wallet, and went to the dealership. The kitten got behind the wheel and felt like he was on top of the world. "No way, that's the same poor kitten who lived in a cardboard box. And now he's driving a brand new Mercedes," said the white kitten in disbelief. "Yes, and he used his hard work and dedication to make it happen," added the black kitten. "I guess it doesn't matter how poor you are. If you work hard, you can achieve your dreams," said the white kitten, realizing that he and his brother had been wrong about the little kitten. "Can I test drive it?" he asked. "Of course. Take it for a spin," the owner said. The kitten thanked him and got in. He put his paws on the steering wheel and drove the car out of the dealership. When the owner saw how much money the kitten had, he was surprised. "Wow, you must have worked very hard to save all this money. What can I help you with?" he asked. "I want to buy a car," the kitten replied. "Of course. Take a look at our selection. We have all kinds of models," the owner said. "Show me the biggest and most beautiful one," the kitten replied with a smile. "This way, please." He was so happy with his new home that he started singing and dancing. "A car? Ha ha. Are you crazy? You don't even have a home? Why would you need a car?" laughed the white kitten. But he didn't stop working. He wanted to earn enough money to buy a car. Every day he saved some of the money he earned collecting bottles to make his dream come true. The only things he had were his mother's teachings and a tattered white shirt she left for him when she died. He had to get to work. So he went out into the street to try to earn a few coins. "Excuse me," he said timidly. "Do you need any help? We don't pay much, but if you're willing to work, you can join us," one of the workers replied. "Great, thank you," the kitten said happily. "It's all right, old friend. Just take care of yourself," the kitten replied. But the dog insisted on helping him in return. They collected bottles together and made good money. But it wasn't enough for the kitten to buy the car he dreamed of. He needed more money, so he decided to look for another job. "Tell me what you need and I'll do it for you." "Well, I need to earn some money. Would you help me collect bottles? Together we'll make more money than working alone," the kitten suggested. "Of course, I'd like nothing more," the dog said happily. "I'll buy myself a nice bowl of milk," he said to himself. Every day he went around the city trying to find food and shelter. He put them in a sack and took them to a recycling center. The owner gave him 3 coins for the bottles. "Thank you," said the kitten. "I'm going to use this money to buy myself a new home." The owner smiled and replied, "You're a hard worker, little guy. Keep it up, and you'll be able to buy whatever you want." But unfortunately, no one wanted to adopt him, because he was covered in dirt and smelled like a garbage dump. One day he wandered into a large landfill, where people threw away their trash. There he saw some children playing with different objects. They had built a racetrack for their toy cars. "Can I play too?" asked the little kitten timidly. The children ignored him and continued playing. One of them yelled, "Get lost, dirty cat! You're stinking up the place." The kitten felt ashamed and looked for a place to hide. That's when he saw an old cardboard box. He crawled inside and fell asleep. Meanwhile, at the other end of town, 2 rich kittens named Snowball and Midnight were having fun in their luxurious house. The little kitten was very upset, but he knew that if he wanted to change his life, he couldn't waste time feeling sorry for himself. As soon as the sun rose, the little kitten got to work collecting plastic bottles that people threw away. The kitten thanked the man and hurried to the store to buy himself a new cardboard box. From then on, the little kitten lived in a shoe house and was proud of his home. One day, the kitten met a homeless dog who was limping along on 3 legs. When the dog was all better, he asked the kitten, "How can I thank you for helping me? I owe you my life." And so, the kitten and the dog became friends. One morning, the kitten was walking down the street when he saw a group of construction workers building a wall. He carried sacks, pushed a wheelbarrow full of gravel, moved heavy cinder blocks, and painted the walls with a roller. After several weeks of hard work, the kitten had saved a lot of money. Finally, the day came when the kitten had saved enough money to buy his dream car. The owner took the kitten to a shiny new white Mercedes-Benz. When the 2 rich kittens saw the little kitten in his new car, they couldn't believe their eyes. The little kitten drove his car around the city, happy and proud. He had achieved his goal despite all the difficulties. After a while, he found a nice place to park and got out of the car. Then the kitten looked back at his shiny new Mercedes parked behind him in the middle of the landfill. Surrounded by mountains of trash, the kitten curled up on a blue pillow and closed his eyes, finally feeling at peace. If you enjoyed this amazing adventure of a brave little kitten who dared to dream big and never gave up, hit the like button.